I need to find a better way up the boat. There we go. I want to get the Electro Oculus up there.
Gather!
And then we have to go back to the resistance camp, I guess? How? Okay. Nope. Ningguang, why? Wait. Okay, so... I see a Sealy. Other side? Ah! Okay, but, wait. Oof, okay. Got it! Now...
Rise!
Darn it. Nope, Ningguang, don't fall. This... Now grab the board. Ningguang, darn it. Grab the board, Ningguang. Yeah, because we can't just jump over that. I think that's too far out. Wrongly.
Quake!
Yeah. Broke it.
Rise!
What if we... Face.
Crumble!
Nope.
Rise!
I can't use Geo Traveler because I don't have Geo Traveler equipped right now. Do I have anything else I can break the game with? Let's think. Nah, I don't think I have anything else I can break the game with.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those?
How does it want me to get this? See a viewpoint. See a Sealy. There's another Sealy over there. I don't see any electro thing for me to grab. Did I just break the Sealy? The Sealy disappeared.
Quake!
Well, I wanted to use that to climb up here. John, like, get off the wall.
Stabilize!
Can I climb it? This is annoying.
Crumble!
Here we go. Okay. Oh, now it's there. We fixed it. Did I break something else? What's happening? I don't know what just happened. Excuse me, Seely. Is it disappearing because they're over here? I don't think I can make them go away, though.
You might, if you're ever in a tight...
On the way here, I hear also the Musono. Perhaps one day...
Her Excellency... At that time...
Yeah, I can't make them leave. Maybe I need to do the thing with these?
Don't waste my time. Your life is mine. It's nothing.
Cut down. Like this.
Okay. Seely's there now. Okay. It's working, I think. Okay. Wait. Give. Yes. Got it. That's what I was looking around for before.
Hey.
That bush. Now we can follow the Seely. I see the third one over there. And the teleport waypoint that we have to grab. And then we can go talk to the samurai. I'm not sure if we're supposed to be able to continue the story quest yet or not. Excuse you.
Give up.
Thank you. Stop climbing. Okay. There we go. Have to wait on more, so we can't continue yet. Can't go talk to Tepe. We can talk to this samurai, though. Treasure. Oh, whoops. I was not trying to climb out. I was trying to climb up. Of course it's not gonna let me climb up that way.
Quake!
Never just let me climb. It always has to be difficult. There we go. Okay, talk to the samurai. How humiliating. Hey, we saved your life. What do you mean we're humiliating? Talking about his... Paimon's talking about himself. Think that I had to be rescued by outlanders and was even reduced to being judged by them. I'm not judging you. Oh, so Mr. Samurai, are you alright? Well, he seems alright at least. I'm in your debt, Outlander. Also, you fought commendably. Well, thank you. I'm Mezarumi. Pleased to meet you. Don't look down your nose at me, Outlander. I wasn't! Inabo Tosaburo Kyozo. Just call me Kyozo. Oh, that's your name. Why were you attacked? They're pirates. They have many strongholds around Nasuji Beach. Nazuchi. Thugs, out-of-work miners and fishermen. Fugitives running from the Vision Hunt Decree. Deserters from both sides of the war. Sometimes they gather into groups and degenerate into bandits and pirates. They try, in vain, to escape the control of Her Excellency. Do you mean Sango no Miya, or do you mean Bale? Whether you call them vagrants or kairagi, they are all lawless thugs. We had been suppressing them for a while until the rebels destroyed the ward on the island. Oh. The refugees from Tatarasuna and the mine fled in quick succession, and some of those rats scurried off to this place, swelling the ranks of these pirates' gangs and making them more reckless. That group of pirates just now came from the camp in the south, and they had their eyes on the cargo on board. Unfortunately for them, I ruined their plans. Hehe. So this isn't your ship then? This thing? It belonged to the Sangonomiya rebels. I'm not so sure myself. Either way, when it came, it was already deserted. When I came, it was already deserted. So I've stayed and lived in it like a hermit crab till now. Aha! Ha! It's been a long time since I spoke so much. How exhausting. Aw. If you do not mind, I will need your help with something. Once my wound is healed, I will surely return the favor I owe. I need you to help me clear out the nearby pirate camp that I mentioned earlier. Okay. That's the only way to stop them from coming back here and bothering me like a pack of stray dogs. It might even send the other pirate camps a message, so they don't get any ideas. It'll also let me see what you can do. How about it? Sure, I'll be right back. Seems you're fond of talking pig. By the way, Outlander, don't get too conceited. Miss a step and you might break your leg. Ah. Okay, first let me go get this teleport over here. Ooh, end of viewpoint. Ooh. That's pretty. Oh, it's got all the Sealies and Oculi up there still, too.
Solidify!
Think you can bully me? It's nothing. Submit!
You win.
Yes, I do. Alright. We'll get the teleport over here. Those guys are friendlies. See if they've got anything. Who are you? On a special mission. What sort of mission? To eradicate evil and slay rebels. I wouldn't understand if you told me more, apparently. Huh. He didn't like that very much. About your boss. Oh, apparently I'm rude. Aha. Okay. Let's keep going. Well, I was actually trying to hit this.
Don't waste my time.
There we go.
Your life is mine.
That's a nice axe you got there. Hello. I've come for your treasure. Apparently I've come to climb down the walls instead of attacking you. That's fine. We're fine. Treasure. And food ingredients. Food ingredients are good things to have. Okay. Back to the mission. Gotta go beat up samurais or something.
It's nothing.
Welcome back, Def! We're not sure if we can continue the storyline anymore. We don't know if it's out yet. So we're doing this side quest.
It's my
We're gonna
lucky
beat
day.
up some samurais. Apparently they think it's their lucky day. What they don't realize is they're already dead.
Cheap tricks. To the fairy.
Give up.
Like this.
Where's that thing that said Tatter Lutter? There it is. Side quests are the best. Side quests are fun. And side quests have story too. Let's see. I see it. I see it. I want it. We need more of these, because we need to level up our Electrograna. We need to get it to a higher level so that we can do the things that we haven't been able to do yet. Hold on. No. So, there's an island out there with a challenge, but we're not looking for that right now. We need to... Oh, actually, maybe we are looking for that island. Well, let's head over then. Oh yeah, I see a big samurai guy over there. We're at a bit of a disadvantage in the water. They'll be fine. Sneak attack!
Stabilize. My blade.
Don't waste my time.
Fairy.
Your life is mine.
Finally, the fairy. Finally, cut down. Like this.
Ta-da! Oh, there's still more.
This will do.
Ah.
You win this battle.
Horse thing. The challenge here too. Oh, and a pirate's diary. Diary is soaked, but part of its contents are still readable. Onro Kuro also vowed not to return to the army. He will bring his wife and kids here once things get better. It's real funny. Not long ago, we were still enemies, fighting each other sword to sword, fighting for our precious lords and false ideals. To no longer be bound by complex morality or by hierarchy and obligation, to breathe the free air for the first time, and to receive freedom's fruit in turn. Brothers, let's unite, even in the face of the riding shogun's wave-sundering blade. Huh. Incomplete notes. Most of the diary's pages have been torn out. It looks like the pirates didn't want them to fall into the hands of outsiders. Uncle Onitaka set sail to send a woman away. According to her, the situation on the island is very bad indeed. A ship was stranded in the thunderstorm last night. It was a Sanga no Miya ship, and it was badly damaged. It looks like the shogunate won the naval battle last night. Well, when two fight each other, the third party wins. There was a samurai on the broken boat. Tough as nails, too. We've lost a few brothers, and even Kai was... We'll get him for sure. Have good food, Mio!
Solidify!
Doesn't look like there's anything down here. That Electrogranum is probably for this challenge. Do the thing. Here we go. I'm not gonna be high enough to get the last one. That's a problem. We'll have to try again. That's alright. We know what to expect this time. Okay. Wait for our stamina. Okay. Should be good this time. Got it. Okay. So...
The inside.
Solidify!
we're going the wrong way.
It's raining. Fetch an umbrella for me, would you?
Your life is mine.
We need to go this way. Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna need to take the teleport.
Calm weather. Do not trust your eyes.
Yes, my
Your
queen.
eyes can lie to you.
You're absolutely right, my queen. Go back up we go. Talk to this guy again. Hello, friend. We beat up the other samurais. You've returned. Yes, I have. Should have peace and quiet for a while. Atmosphere got weird all of a sudden. Must apologize for asking you, an outsider, to do my dirty work. Is your wound better? I've used up all the medicinal herbs I had. Uh-oh. I've run out of herbs to dress my wound, but it is still quite inflamed. I have some wolf hook and onikabuto beetles. But please, you needn't worry about me. I can hold on. Take care of your own business. Go. You're such a kid. What did you say? We're talking about you. You're acting like a child. You're clearly in a really bad way, and you look like you're about to cry for help, but still, you're acting like a tough guy. You're not honest at all. Only kids do that. And don't forget, Mr. Kyuzo. We're here to help. In that case, please find some Naku weed for me. It can be found everywhere on this island. Full leaves are the best. The liquid can be squeezed out and applied to the wound to reduce inflammation. That's all. I'm going to take a nap now, so leave me alone. I have Naku weed. Oh, I need one more. I'm one short. Alright, we gotta look around for one more. He says I can find them around the island. Oh, I see a thing. I thought there would be something cool over here. Go back over. We need to find Naku weed. We just need one. He said I could find it around this island. I don't think I've seen a single one, though. Plenty of berries and sweet flowers. I asked my sister because she's already through the story for now, and she said the story doesn't continue for now. Alright. Well, at least we know that it doesn't continue yet. But we've still got plenty of side quests we can do for story days. So that's not really a problem. Like this one. We still have to unlock our reputation quests. Gotta get to level 2 for that. Need to find one Naku weed. We'll find it if we keep looking around. This diary looks newer. Perhaps someone took it as spoils of war. Most of the Shogunate samurai stragglers wandering across the island have been dealt with. We need to use them to send a warning to the others. We should mark our borders with their personal effects. That'll show those Shogunate numbskulls that they shouldn't get too close. Gotta keep looking. He says there's Naku weed. Something tells me the pirates lost. Can't put my finger on it. Yeah, they probably lost. You know, we've got destroyed boats everywhere, and their forces are somewhat scattered. They probably lost. Eventually, at least, they probably lost.
Let's get down to business. Solidify.
Submit!
How's the ferry?
It's raining.
Ferry.
Fetch an umbrella for me, would you?
Alright, well, you can touch the zappy sword now. Ow.
Rude.
Hey, it's just a little lightning. No need to fear it on the open ocean, so there's even less need to fear it on dry land.
Yeah, that didn't change anything. Not sure what to do with the sword. Oh, maybe... Ah! I win!
Gather.
Your life is mine.
You win this battle.
Got it. Let's do anything else? Little things to follow or anything? Looks like no. Okay. Continue our search for one more Naku weed. Actually, I can use this to go over there. Climb, Ningguang. Ow. Okay, well...
It's raining.
Hold on, let's
Fetch
beat
an
up these
umbrella.
guys and see if there's a closer one.
my blade! There's more!
Don't
Say no
waste my
more!
time.
Weird seeing a ground type get hit by electric moves. I know, right? I'm Geo. I should be immune to electricity. There's gotta be another one of those Electrograna closer to that. True, we are part human type as well. I am not a Shogunate. Okay. So, there wasn't much point in talking to this guy.
If it weren't for my orders, I'd already have taken.
Oh no,
Stabilize!
Give up.
we're fine.
Submit.
Cut down. Like this.
Except Ningguang, she is Geo Queen type. She is Geo Queen type. Absolute queen. Okay, we can get up from here. We should have changed characters first. Oh, jeez. There we go. Okay, we're fine. Okay, so is there an Electrograna up here? I don't see one. Well, maybe if we... Oh, yeah, here's one. Okay. I think we were supposed to watch that pattern, and I was not paying attention. That. Do it again. Okay, I think I got it. Okay. This one. This one.
Let me try my stabilize.
It's nothing.
Cut down.
Yeah.
Like this.
Your life is mine.
Did they just heal themselves?
Win this battle.
Okay. So now this might work a little better. Go from here. Maybe. Got it. I win. You suck. To the wall. This is probably the way we were supposed to do it. Yeah. This is probably the way we were supposed to do that. We're good at doing things the wrong way here. So we still need to find a Naku weed. Go back the other way. He said there's Naku weed on the island, but we still haven't found one. Try going this way. It's a purple flower. Oh, another pirate's diary? This old diary seems to have seen a lot of use. It's full of traces of wear and tear. A miner came here and he looked awful. We let him stay here for a few days and he recovered decently. It seems that his wife and his son are still on the island, but he rejected our offer to help him find them. Instead, he thanked us and just left. What a strange man. Brother Takano has a high fever that won't abate. Many of us have been awakened by the nightmares in the middle of the night. Everyone's on tenterhooks, and we're not feeling too great. Is it a seasonal thing? That's concerning. I was thinking maybe there might be some, like, around the Whopper flowers?
Give up.
Because we've collected them before. We have 11. We just need one more. And he says they're on this island, but we haven't been able to find any yet.
I charge a higher rate to...
Always make sure you blow up everything. Never know when it might unlock a secret.
Don't waste my time. Give up.
And we've looped back around. Back this way. Couldn't just accept Wolf Hook or Onikabuto beetles. He had to have Naku weed. And we had to be one short of how many he needed.
Solidify! Let's get down to business.
Your life is mine.
Oh, you're alive.
This.
Oops. Mihoyo lied to us. There's no Naku weed on this island. I haven't found a single one yet.
Stabilize.
No.
Belongs to ice and snow.
Okay. Another little camp over here.
Think you can bully me? Here.
And over here.
Solidify!
It's nothing. Fine.
Stop trying to cook Ningguang. Random boxes. I still see no Naku weed. Alright, where's this gonna take us? Up here. Well, I want to go over here. I'm gonna check out this little crevice over here. Because this seems like a good place to find electro plants. That's what Naku weed is. It's an electro plant.
Gather!
Don't waste my time.
Get rid of all the shiny things so they don't confuse us. Oh god, we're dying. Why are we dying? Let's fix that.
Drink.
It's fine. Just had to get out of the water. You're seagrass. Need to find Naku weed. I'm pretty sure we need this for another side quest later. So we'll definitely gather plenty of that. We're like 300 meters off. That's gotta be larger than like 7 feet. Well, it's telling us to bring the Naku weed to him. But we're still one short. Okay, so we can't go in there. Hello.
Rise!
Huh. He said we could find Naku weed on the island, so we've been running all over the island, trying to find the Naku weed that he says we can find.
This is getting...
Give up.
Gael feels like playing now too. Oh, that's a lot of stuff.
Don't waste my time.
Excuse you, I'm trying to gather things. I need an Electrogranum. Maybe there's one over here. I should not blow that up from so close. There we go. So there's gotta be an Electrogranum near here. I see it. I see it. Oh, that's an investigate spot. Yes, I agree. I would prefer no drug talk. So it wants me to use that for the challenge, but here's the thing. I want to go do this thing over here real quick first. I don't know why we need to get in here, but we're gonna get in here. All that for a common chest? Is that literally what we got in here for? Huh. I'm a little disappointed. Worth. Hi! I see you, have some treasure chests there. I'm gonna come back for those in a minute. Something else up here that I want. Mine. Is there anything else up here? So about those treasure chests. Oh, hello, Sealy. Where are you going, friend? Didn't see a comment and thought I was in trouble. I mean, you're not really in trouble, just maybe don't make weed jokes. Appreciate you. Kiss, kiss. Choo. Okay, back to dude with the treasure chest. We keep getting distracted. There's 3 treasure chests there. Hi, I see you have 3 treasure chests. You have good news for me? Does it involve these 3 treasure chests? I can open the chest for just a little something return. Okay, what do you want? A kind of conch. You'll be able to find plenty of them around the beach. Get your hands on what's inside. Bring me some of those conches in exchange. Uh-huh. How about a Halloween pun? What does a witch use to mend her clothing? I don't know. A pumpkin patch. Ha! I have one. I need 3. I need 3 conches. Marshmallows, I need 3. So we need 1 Naku weed and 3 conches. We need 2 conches, actually. 1 conch. We need 1 Naku weed and 1 conch. Find the sparklies. I'm determined. We do it for the treasure. You are not a collectible item. Why are you hiding in the ground? Okay, I need an Electrograna. Found it! Ooh, potato! Okay, but I need an Electrograna. We have all the conches. We still need... Oh! Another one? Another one? How many conches are there? I think we have 5 now. Sparkly.
Let me
Hello. Excuse you. I'm trying to gather things. Please go away. Here, have this.
Give up.
You're not even worthy of our queen. Okay, so maybe doing this puzzle will give us a bush, an Electrograna. That changes these 2. So this probably changes the middle 2, and this changes these 2. Right? Yeah. One more. Oh, wait. That's changing 3 of them, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. I should probably do them from this side. Then maybe I could actually see what the heck I'm doing. Might be helpful. Okay, so... this one... Ugh. Almost. Okay, so this one changes these 2. And this one changes these 3. There we go. Okay. That did not give me an Electrograna. Maybe this thing will help? Okay. But I can't use it. More puzzles. And we still haven't found a Naku weed.
Stabilize.
Inadmissible evidence!
Oh. Defeating them spawned a thing? Okay. Alright. We did that puzzle. That's the turn-in guy. Did the challenge over here. There's gotta be another one of those electro things somewhere. See a puzzle. Head over to this first. Get this out of the way, and we'll go over to that puzzle. Maybe this puzzle spawns the last one. We gather all the stuff around here first. Otherwise, we'll have to come back. Alright. Back to this puzzle. Okay, so that did not spawn a weird electro thing. Keep going. Check out this boat. Because there's obviously another one of those electro things somewhere that we're supposed to use to activate that electrograna. Just have to find it. Maybe it's on that island with the treasure dude. Oh, maybe unlocking the chest is how we get the last one. Need more pylons. Yes.
My lucky day.
Hello.
Stabilize.
Don't waste my time.
Light blade.
Submit!
To the fairy. To the fairy.
Some random dude spawn on us. I guess that's where we were supposed to land. Check out this thing. Oh, this is where the challenge was. Okay. check out over here? Yeah, we checked out over here. There's nothing here. Oh. Another random spawn.
Stabilize.
Give up.
And over here. These guys.
Don't waste my time.
None of your cryo nonsense. Thank you. Okay. So, defeated another random spawn. Oh, here's another one.
Gather.
Submit. Give up.
Maybe we need to find all these random enemy spawns. Because somehow we didn't trigger them before. Well, let's go open a couple chests. We have enough of the conchas now that we can open a couple of chests. So maybe that's what we need to do next. Oh wait, here's another puzzle. Also hydrate. Delicious tea. Thank you, Mauve. Appreciate you. Hydrating is important. These are different. We can't do anything with them. Probably need a electro character. Let's go blow up this crystal first.
Yeah.
Hold on.
All right, let's go.
Let's see. Okay, so that made it turn. But what does that do? Maybe we point them all towards the middle? This is gonna take a while. Here, let's...
I'll keep an eye on you.
Huh. Okay.
In the name of the princesses.
Okay.
Come with me.
Well, that one's lit up. Does that mean it's facing the right way? Don't get it. Does it turn to face me. I see. Okay, I got it. I get it. Okay, so it wanted this one to face this way. No? I'm so confused. Okay, but maybe
I'll
we
keep an eye on-
can use... No, I think we still have to use Beto.
Just what will we come across this?
I trust you.
This ruined device can detect Electro. When it detects characters or monsters affected by Electro nearby, the needle will turn to point in their direction. When the needle points in the right direction, as indicated on the base, something good might happen. Okay. How do you tell what the... Oh, here. Got it. I was making this way harder than it had to be the whole time. As usual. Okay. Got it. That still didn't spawn an Electro Orb. Oh, yes it did. There it is. Winning! We did it! Yes! Okay, so this only turns this one. Okay. And this only turns this one? Excellent. We did it! Okay. Let's go turn in those, the conches we found. Oh. We spawned random monsters again.
Don't waste my time.
My friend. I have some conches for you. Yes. What's the conches that you wanted? Pick a treasure chest? Only one chest? Alright, well, I've got enough for 2 out of 3 of them. Sad face. There's something special about them? Conchas that were once influenced by Tatarigami. Sure to fetch a good price. Uh-huh. Okay, well, I have 3 more. Okay, but I have 3 more. He won't let me turn in 3 more. Hold on. We gotta do a gal. 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 Want this one. Gal. You told me I could have more. Gal. 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 Gao is the best. I still need Naku. Still need them. Gao. Gao. 'Cause it's fun. Gao. We need so many Primo gems. Gao. 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 We need to go back up here. Yow. 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 Okay. Wait. We gotta do this thing. I forgot there was a challenge up here. But also, there's a thing off to the side over here. Where is it? There it is.
Gather.
So it looks like the reason to come in here was to mine some stuff. Oh. Worth. Okay, let's get this challenge before we forget about it again. Getting good at this. Alright. And there's another one over here, but first, I see an HP bar.
Stabilize.
It's no. Submit.
Cut down.
There we go.
This.
Any Naku weeds up here? Naku weeds, please. Doesn't look like it. Couple of Oni Kabutos. And I mean, that's fine, but...
Hey.
Naku weed. Alright. Do this. This challenge. Gosh, these ones are spaced out really far. Wait. Chest is right here? Oh my god! Stop falling. Okay. Was that challenge also for this? Okay. All right. So I think I need this relay stone over here. Yeah? Connect thing? Oh? Closer? Why is this not connecting to this one? Are these not connected? But it isn't spawning anything. I'm so confused. It's right here. I don't understand. Am I missing a relay stone somewhere? Well, I can't go over there. I can only find that relay stone. If there's another relay stone over here, I can't get to it. Well, let's pick up this quest. Nameless. Why can't I find it? What are you looking for? I'm looking for I've forgotten. Each time I think I'm about to remember it, it disappears from my mind. Do you know what I'm supposed to be looking for? No. How would I know? Just can't think. Curses, curses, why can't I remember? Think back to when you arrived here. When I got here, all I remember doing here is wielding my sword. As for why I was wielding it... Ah, yes, now that I do remember. I was executing someone. Oh, wonderful. If you strike your enemy with your sword, blood surges like a river of red. It gives you a real rush. When was my sword last stained red? It must have been a few days by now. Well, at least you're here today. For now, let's leave aside the question of what I was looking for. I've tired myself out thinking about it for so long, and now I need to relax. It's been a while since I brandished my blade. I can hear Ichikato Setsu complaining. Listen, she's calling out because she wants to cut you into pieces. Having a duel with you would make her very happy indeed. Are you okay? You can't hear Ichikato Setsu's voice? What a pity. Those who live by the sword know to listen to the voice of their blade. She's nagging me to get on with it again. Come, draw your weapon and try your chances against me. Okay. Okay. Again.
Let me try my... Stabilize!
Eyes on me! Give up. Huh, don't waste my time.
Huh.
Your
I
life
can't
is
keep
mine.
my screen up.
You win this battle.
Okay. I am defeated. I have cut countless people down and have never once lost. Now that I have tasted defeat at your hands, I have bet and lost. I shall have no regrets, even if it has cost me my life. I don't do that kind of thing. Ha! I draw my sword to kill. You do not? You fight strangely, and your bearing is far from normal. Not at all like those who I cut down. Which school do you belong to? I'm just a traveler. Unwilling to say, are you? It matters little. I remember nothing at all, so even had you mentioned your school of swordsmanship, I would not recognize it. Who was I? What did I do before drifting here? I no longer remember any of these things. I only feel familiarity and peace with my sword in hand. Someone as lost as I must be doomed to wander this wasteland. I can try to help you, but not knowing even my own name, I cannot do anything but wander the world like a ghost. How can you help me? I do not know if I have family or where my hometown is. There is nowhere for me to go but here. The only connection I have to that past is my swordsmanship. And where did you learn yours? My lineage. I no longer recall it, but it could not have come from nowhere. On this path, there is little hope for those who have no background at all. Even if one begins training hard from an early age, they cannot receive accurate instruction if they cannot pay a master to tutor them. They will have to go through many more twists and turns than the average person. Without a good sword, they can only go to the smelting plant to look for a discarded, inferior blade. Though it be inferior, they would cherish it, and even give the blade a name. You mean like you? They would train with every ounce of sweat in their body, and after many wounds and much persistence, they would gain a foundation, and yet they would still be mocked. Without a friend by their side, they would not be able to go on. Wait, why? Why does this all seem so familiar? That's what I was wondering. I think I remember something. 2 children wielding swords and sparring next to their family homes. A hut. Yes, they lived in a hut in the fishing village to the north. The hut was under a cliff and surrounded by sea on all sides. They would take the steps behind the house to the slope to spar. Their blades might still be there. But who were they? Ugh, my head hurts. I can't remember. Didn't you say that you would help me? Then please help me find those two sword-wielding children, and bring me their swords. I think their swords may be related to me somehow. Understand. A samurai's word is his bond. I will wait here for you until you have brought me those swords. Uh-huh. He's interesting. And we still can't figure out this thing. Need Nakuweed. Let's see. Probably some down on that beach. Still need one more. And I know we picked up a whole bunch when we were doing stuff before. Why we have 11. Not quite enough. We need one. One more.
Stabilize.
Actually, you know, there's probably a location for it. Found in the wild. Real helpful. Let's think. Maybe in the forest? Does that seem like a place where it would make sense to find it? Lots of glowy plants. Still gotta check out that statue over here. I don't remember if we did or not. Yeah, we still don't know where this Sealy is. You're still following me? Go away. Alright. We're gonna find out where Nakuweed is. There should be a whole bunch on Kanazuka Island. Or up by the Sakura tree. Which one is Kanazuka? Over here. Let's see if we can... on the other side. I don't know if we can get there or not. That might be Danger Mountain, where we, like, literally can't go.
What's one more? Stabilize!
It's nothing.
Cut down. You win. This is battle.
Yeah, we might actually legitimately not be able to go where it wants us to go. I have another plan. Follow this path down and we should find some Naku weed. Welcome back, Miel. I looked up where to find Naku weed, but so far we're getting blocked by Danger Mountain that we're not allowed to access. It says we should be able to find some, like, around here about.
What's one more?
Yeah, this is where we went before that we couldn't get any further. Okay. Where else can we go? There's some we can get on Narukami Island. And we're not blocked from there. Okay. Oh, this is probably where that Oculus was that we can't find. A puzzle in the middle of here. Interesting. Anyway, I'm looking for knockerweed. Oh. Found it! Finally! Our quest for knockerweed. Finally! It's definitely a good thing none of the characters have a fear of heights. I found one more knockerweed. Take a long time to mash the herbs into a paste. You can go now. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not driving you away. Come back after a while. It's good to have someone to chat with. Take care of your wounds. Take care, Outlander. Wait till 10 to 12 the next day. Don't mind me, friend. I'm just gonna stand here and drool at you for a while. Hi. Outlander, how have you been? I apologize. This is no place for guests. Still, I'm glad you could come. You look much better now. All thanks to you. Once again, I am in your debt. Ah, isn't it a pity that I've survived yet again? Why is that a pity? Isn't that a good thing? Why is that a pity? Have you ever thought about going back? I haven't made my mind up about what to do next, but I don't think I'll go back. Fujo Masahito is not a bad person, but his old man is calling for deserters to be caught and punished. I cannot afford to get on the wrong side of him. Maybe I'll take off my armor. It's been nice living alone here. But until we have peace, there's no point deceiving myself. My memories assert that I am still that same wounded, blood-stained soldier. And who knows what might happen in the future. Well, as I was saying, I had never doubted the decisions of Her Excellency, so I think that even if I died, I would die with no regrets, right? Well, this conversation suddenly got heavy. Ah, speaking of which, it's time for me to visit my old comrades in arms who are still with me on this island. In Inazuma's tradition, we offer our fallen comrades a dendrobium, a delicate and noble flower, a symbol of the fate of all samurai. By the way, if you meet my old comrades in arms in your journey, please stop for a moment and get to know them. Okay. Well, that was a nice chill quest. Except for, you know, trying to find the last Naku weed, which apparently we were meant to find in an area that we can't access. 6 open world mechanism activated time trials. Also, apparently we have a character thing?
In a trade?
Character selection? What? Oh! We gained a thing. Neat.
perfect hunter leaves no trace.
I mean, heights are kind of scary. I agree. Oh, am I supposed to go check out these guys now? See some people over here doing stuff. Can I go talk to them? Talk to them? They don't look like friends. I don't think they're friendly.
Don't waste my time. Your life is mine.
To the fairy, you win.
I do win. Another pirate's diary? Miner came here and he looked awful. We let him stay here a few days, recovered decently. Oh, we read this one. That's weird. Anyway, we need to go here and turn in our quests. Hopefully we can unlock the bounties and stuff here soon. Hello, I have turn-ins for you. Or at least I hope I do. Ooh, world expert. Yes. So close. And I can't track them. But the Yai Publishing House was one of them. And we have that. Where is that? Oh, we need to go all the way back. Jeez, how far is it going? All the way over there. Go do that real quick. Because we're so close. If you didn't know, this guy up here writes books. He enters contests and stuff. Apparently his books are pretty popular. We read one of his manuscripts once, even though we're not supposed to, because it gives us an achievement. Brings you to my home today. Here's a letter and gift from Yai Publishing House. Letter from Yai Publishing House? They're not asking me to change my pen name again, are they? I don't know. I've told them 1,000 times that I'll write under my real name. Oh, forget it. Let me have a look. They want me to judge a novel writing contest. I don't think I have the time, but I suppose I should thank them anyway. What's all this? These are creative suggestions? I'll have to read these a bit more carefully. Thank you, Traveler. Alright, and back to Wanwen Book House. That's down in Liyue. Excuse you, I was trying to teleport. Just remove my marker. Incha! This part is indeed well written, and the progression is so very novel. Oh, so that's what happens. Fascinating. I am trying to get your attention. Oh, it's you, Mezarumi. It has been a while. From the way you greeted me, you seem well. That is good. What brings you here today? Actually, we were hoping to ask you to find someone for us. You've read a ton of books, so you probably know. A person? Are you looking for a writer, then? Certainly, ask away. We're looking for a certain Zhen Yu. Zhen Yu? Where did you hear this name? It says so right here on this copy of A Legend of Sword. We're looking for this Zhen Yu person because someone from Yai Publishing House in Inazuma to pass them a letter. Grammar! Would you know who this Jean Yu person is? Well, this Jean Yu of who you speak. This is embarrassing, but that's my pen name. Eh? Well, that's one we've never heard of. Well, it's certainly nothing worth mentioning. Initially, the editor in charge of this book here in Liyue told me that the setting is too outlandish, while the plot is unexpectedly cliched. Grammar! No one will like this, and rejected my manuscript. I didn't feel like taking that line down, so I had a few copies printed myself before planting them surreptitiously into Wanwen Bookhouse to see if anyone would like them. As it turned out, readers were few and far between, so I did not pay it any more mind. I never thought that it would become so popular in Inazuma. Still, I'm quite pleased that you are willing to read what I've written. I shall read this letter carefully, traveler. Thank you. Key. Back to Inazuma. We'll see if this quest is enough to push us over. Probably not, because it looked like they were all worth 20, but maybe. Find the authors? Yes, I did. What did they say? They both said they'd read the letters with care. Good, good. It's just a shame that they're both far away in Liyue. Even were things more normal, we couldn't easily go to visit them. Especially for Mr. Zhen Yu. His book, A Legend of Sword, wasn't even submitted by him, but by a traveling merchant. Oof. Later, one of our editors would read this book, and seeing its value, they prepared to go to Liyue personally and arrange for more manuscripts to be written. Who would have thought that with these changes in our situation, none of our letters that we sought to have people bring to Liyue ever returned? We could only publish the books first, while keeping a record of the royalties owed to Mr. Zhen Yu. Once we'd established contact, we would send the royalties over. But it's been so long, and still A Legend of Sword remains a bestseller. The royalties are starting to pile up. How I wish Mr. Zhen Yu could attend this competition. These royalties can't be left to pile up like this much longer. Yeah, we did it. We can grab this quest over here. Real quick. What am I to do? What happened? Perfect timing. Do you remember the recipe you wrote for me last time? That pizza was so popular that many customers came to the store to order specifically. But some customers also said that they were bored of eating this pizza all the time and asked if I have other pizza flavors. Although I've tried several methods to make new types of pizza based on feedback from customers, but I always feel something is lacking and the response from customers are not very good. Maybe I'm really not good at making pizza. You know a lot about this dish, right? Can you give me some advice? Sure. I've also collected feedback from customers. I'll look for it. Said that although the taste of this pizza is not bad, she felt that the pizza would taste better if it incorporated some of Inazuma's local ingredients. What ingredients would she like to see? Where is she? This way. We making pizza better today. Maybe it won't have mushrooms anymore. I would be very okay with that. I'm not particularly fond of mushrooms on pizza. In fact, I hate it. Help you with something? About the pizza. Tastes really good. I'm not very used to its flavor. Lavender melon. Okay. So you want to make a more traditional pizza, is what you're telling me. Yes, marshmallows. Pizzas originally had fruit. I know. No, I don't want to read the board. How'd it go? They said they want lavender melon. Just need to be prepared as usual. I can add some other ingredients. Knockaweed, fluorescent fungus. Ugh. Help you get lavender melon. Sure. There you go. New recipe. It's done. Looks pretty good. Recipe? Recipes. Okay. So now... Oh, there's a quest behind us we can pick up. Go grab that. And even if all of these are worth 20 now, this will be enough. Kind of new story. Uncle Ramsey. Said he's been to many countries and seen many interesting things. He wrote a travelogue. Kind of iron carriage that flies in the sky in Fontaine. Ooh. Runs along an invisible road. Kind of grass in Sumeru which can be planted anywhere. A boat that can stay at the bottom of the sea for a long time. Oh, a submarine. Did he tell you about Snezhnaya? Well, that's not the point. Stopped sending his travelogue. He's been staying at the Komori tea house. Sure. Okay. So we're going to the tea house to find Uncle Ramsey. Because apparently he stopped sending his travelogue. And she needs it to tell stories to Koichi. 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 Hello. I'm looking for Ramsey. About Ramsey. Go inside? Awesome. Side. Friend, travelogue. About the travelogue. Are they real? Hope it's true. Aw, none of the travelogues are real. He's writing about a super balloon. Aha. Didn't get to finish it, though. Heihachi's been staring at me. Huh. Sure, I'll go with you. So this Heihachi guy has been following him and staring at him. Friend? Oh, you're kind of mean. Well, never mind then. We could just talk to him and be like, hey, why are you following this guy? I guess we're doing things the hard way. That's okay. We like to do things the hard way here. We don't do things the easy way. Why would we do things the easy way? That's no fun. Water is crystal clear. Write down the scenery in his notes. Walk around the beach, but not too far because Heihachi is out here somewhere. Okay, I walked around. How much walking around do I need to do? Hi, Heihachi. What you up to? Am I supposed to do a certain thing? Is there something you want me to do? A certain place I'm supposed to walk to? Okay. I'm gonna walk over here some. Why are you standing in my way? Are you trying to start something? Why are you following us? What? I'm just taking a walk around here. Uh-huh. Go to the waterfall north of the city. Go from here. Did some rappel back in the day. Nice. That, I didn't do so much of that. I was terrified. I tried it, though. I'm pretty good at the climbing part.
Solidify!
Give up.
Talk to him again. Still following us, huh? Top of the hill over there. Okay. Yeah, we can just run there. Feel like it's gonna be more complicated to try and glide to it from the shrine. Took me an hour before my legs could work again after reaching the top, and then I had to go down. Yeah. I have no fear of heights, but I don't particularly like high places. I do not like heights. And the idea of trusting somebody else to hold on to my rope while I literally jump down a mountain is not comfy. Alright. Back to the tea house, he says. But first... I see it. Want it. We're not gonna reach it. Ugh. Got it. Yes. Yeah, I used to climb trees a lot when I was younger. We had a big field and a little bit of forest behind my house. And the area I lived in generally had, like, a lot of forest and stuff. So, when I would try to hang out with people, there was usually no shortage of places to explore, basically. We had one tree, it was this giant pine tree. Really old. And you could climb up inside the tree. It was really cool. It had like these bigger branches that were really flexible that you could kind of like jump onto and walk your way out on them and like bounce up and down on them, and it was fun. No problem with heights as long as the area where I am is secured or I am far enough from the edge. You know, I am 100% not good at approaching, like, high up places, and they've got, like, the bars so that you can't fall down. I will not get anywhere near the bars. That is terrifying. No thank you. I don't even like to climb ladders half the time. What are you talking about? He thinks he has ulterior motives for writing travelogues. So he's been following him around because he thinks he has some ulterior motive behind writing fanciful stories. Can I buy stuff from you yet? No. Not your travelogue. He hasn't finished anymore yet. Yay! Okay, we should have enough to turn in and unlock quests now. Important. Two. I did 3 quests. Did 3. I'm annoyed. Find another one. Ugh. Hold on, let's go turn into this expedition. And then we can go to the statue and turn in our Oculus. There we go. Okay. Now we need to go to a goddess statue, turn in our oculi. Hopefully we've got enough to level up. And we gotta turn in our things to level up our Electrograna. How much do we have? 18 and we need 15? Perfect. Excellent. Okay. So now we can go to the shrine and offer our sigils. 3. Oof. Alright. Level 8 now. And our Electroagronim is level 3. So that's good. Maybe we can get in that barrier now. Where was it? Here? Yeah. Go see if we can get in there yet. We're level 3 now. If we can get in there, that would give us some exploration progress. Let's see. Nope. Still not enough. What is this teleport? Empty boat of 1,000 gates and the perpetual mechanical array. We explored down there, didn't we? Did we not find that domain when we explored? Let's see. It's that way. Let's try looking this. Yup. This looks like puzzles we haven't done yet. Oh, is this another area where we needed a higher leveled Electroagronim? There's a marker here. Rock statue. Eh. Well, we'll have to try and check this all out another time. We're past stream time anyway. Let's go right here and log out. Bye-bye, meal. We've done a lot today.